What is going on, YouTube? As you can see from the title and from the background green screen, it is time for some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it, and when I put the poll up on the community board, JoJo beat out everything. It wasn't even a contest. So, I'll be starting JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, the Stardust Crusaders. I've seen part 1 and part 2 already. The plan was me and my brother was going to watch part 2 and part 3, which is Stardust Crusaders, but he's already seen Stardust Crusaders, so I'm just playing catch up at this point. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to watch it. Why not provide content to the channel, right? JoJo is a beloved series by a lot of people, and I have to admit, I was one of the naysayers back in the day, right? I've seen some of the scenes in JoJo, and it just looked super weird to me that I just couldn't watch it, but being older, I finally sat down, watched it, and I have to say, I see why people enjoy it, right? It's fun, it's crazy, it's just a lot of just cool stuff. It has some emotional scenes in it too and things like that. So I will give respect to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. That's my official apology to you JoJo fans. I am sorry. You know, you was right, I was wrong, and now I'm watching Stardust Crusaders for the channel, so it's weird how that all comes full circle. Anyway, this is going to be a solo project for me, so I'm going to catch up and go I'm going to catch up and watch Stardust Crusaders, and then once me and my brother are on the same page, he'll be back to watch parts 4 and 5, and then when part 6 comes out, obviously we'll be watching some of that as well. JoJo is going to be not necessarily the filler on the channel, but it's going to be the thing that pops up to keep you guys, you know, interested and stuff like that until some of the bigger name stuff comes out. Because right now, by the time of filming this, I believe Yatsuke should be on the channel. After that, there's of course the Resident Evil and Resident Evil anime series coming out. I'm gonna test the waters with Star Wars Bad Batch. That may be a Patreon exclusive thing, but I will test it out on YouTube and see how that goes. And then after that, of course, there's Castlevania Season 4. There's a lot of stuff coming out, right? And there's a lot of stuff that we can do on the channel. And I think because JoJo has so many episodes, it'd be one of those ongoing series on the channel to coincide with some of the newer stuff, and then there's some of the older stuff. So, as always, if you want to catch the episodes of JoJo uncut and unedited, that's available on the Patreon. If not, then you can watch it here with me on YouTube. Of course, I have to cut out certain parts and things like that, like the music and things like that. You know how it works on the YouTube side of things. Anyway, without further ado, without me rumbling on, let's go ahead and check out JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Stardust Crusaders Episode 1. I will get the name of this stuff correctly one time. At least once, maybe. I did watch the end of Part 2 a couple of weeks ago. So I know exactly what happened, but it has been a while since I watched the end of part 2. So I remember that they killed the last of the Pillar Man, and that it's been 50 or 60 years since that day. And now the previous JoJo's an old man. I feel like I know what that is. Is that Dio's casket? I think that's Dio's casket from part 1. Dio Brando. If they knew. If only they knew the trouble that they're gonna cause by opening up this casket.
And then we can start dividing up our loot.
Those poor souls. So obviously, if you couldn't tell, I am doing the English dub right now. However, I may switch to the Japanese dub, just kind of give a compare and contrast, and then we'll kind of go forward depending on feedback and stuff like that.
All his friends call him JoJo. Guess they decided to take the Joe from his first name and the Joe from his last name. And
you're such a great detective.
Oh, man, that's really lame.
Knives. He fought 4 punks, one being an ex-boxer, and he broke 15 of their bones. And he busted their balls. Sorry if that was crude. He put all of them in a hospital.
Things could have gone a lot worse. He's got to be shown the severity of his actions.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay. He beat 4 people up. I mean, granted they were thugs, but still. So yeah, they can't really hold him in processing. That's usually what happens too. Is if the jail cells get full with like lesser criminals, they'll let out some of the lesser criminals in the big room for like some of the big wigs and stuff.
Track me tomorrow. I will. Jotaro.
Ma'am, you need to calm down. It's not that serious.
Shut up! Get out of my face, you
Oh,
bitch.
shit.
Okay.
What? Why are you so... Can't believe this is a 17-year-old.
Listen, Mom, you can leave. I'll be staying here for a while. Seems I've been possessed by an evil spirit, and I've no idea what'll make me do next. During that fight, it took all I had just to stop it. So do everyone a favor and leave me in this cage.
Jeez, for crying out loud, do you see what I'm talking about? We're trying to release him, but he refuses to go. I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but are you sure everything's all right with your...
I mean, we all know what's happening, right?
Come on, let us change cells, please!
He's not lying about the evil spirit thing.
I think those are the thugs he beat up.
Sometimes it likes to bring me things.
What the hell? He's reading Shonen Jump or listening to a radio!
Of course he's watching Shonen Jump. Of course he's reading Shonen Jump. Why not? Gotta get that self-promotion.
Might not be enough to make you guys keep me locked up in here, but I'll show you how evil the spirit is in.
He just took his gun.
My gun he has in his hand.
Yep. His spirit won't let him die.
It's like there's someone behind me. It bound itself to me not long ago.
Jotaro's grandfather Joseph has strange powers.
This is definitely different from Homon. This isn't the same thing. Like, I know what it is. Obviously, there you go, stands, right? Like, the stands, I guess, are like manifestations of Homon, maybe? I don't know exactly. But I know that it is a stand.
Come on, you're a 45-year-old woman. Let go.
Oh, now you've done it. I'm gonna tickle you.
Hey, stop that! Hey, what are you clowns staring at?
Don't worry. I'll take your bag.
By the way, Holly, about Jotaro. You sure he used the word evil spirit?
She breaks down way too easily.
He's no longer your problem. I'll be taking my grandson home now.
Your grandson?
Hold it! That's far enough!
You're better off just staying where you are. It's dangerous. Convince him to leave from where you're
I'll
standing.
take my
I can't-
chances. Now step aside and leave him
We
to
won't be
me.
held
Move it!
responsible.
Come out. It's time to go home.
Get lost. I didn't ask you to come here. You really think you can help me? An old man like yourself? Sorry you came all the way from New York, but nobody can help me, Gramps.
Huh?
Took his finger.
Wait. That's the pinky from my
That's right, he lost his
prosthetic
arm
left
against,
hand. When was he able
against
to
what's his
take
name?
it?
So, did you see
In part
it,
2.
or even feel it?
All right, Abdul.
Here we
It's
go.
your turn now. I'd like you to meet an Egyptian friend I met a few
Okay, no,
years
he's
ago.
totally new.
Say hello to
Abdul.
Do what you need to. Just get my grandson to leave this damn
This may
cell.
get a little bit.
I think he also has a stand, if I remember correctly.
So much pain that he'll be begging you to let him out of here.
Just do what you gotta do.
Papa, you can't be serious.
Wait a sec. We can't let you turn
Zip
this...
it, pig!
Yes, sir.
This is gonna get great. I can't wait for all these like elaborate moves. Yep, that's his stand.
That's right. Abdul also has what you'd call an evil spirit. An evil spirit under the complete command of Abdul's will. And his name is... Magician's Red!
I feel like I'm on
I mean,
fire.
it is fire.
My arms, they're burning. What are these evil spirits?
What's Kujo doing? Why is he flattening himself against
Of course,
the
normal
back
people
wall?
can't see it.
Don't get it! But you feel how hot it's getting in here?
There you go.
Aha! There it is! It's finally
Th-
shown
yep.
itself! And the fact that it's so clearly visible means it's incredibly strong!
Let's do this.
Ooh,
I can't believe he's able to make it manifest
Nice.
so distinctly. Well done. Stop. If not, I'll resort to a use of force that could land your grandson in the hospital.
Like I said...
I like
do
the
what you
English
gotta
dub
do.
in this. Not gonna lie,
sir.
it's better than I expected it to be.
Red bind!
What the hell's going on? None of this makes any sense!
Papa, that's enough! What are you doing to
So she can see it too, Holly, right? Taking away his
breathing,
oxygen.
which causes the evil spirit to weaken. And now for the
Okay,
truth.
so this is like
This may seem
another
like an
form
evil
of
spirit,
Hamon,
but
right?
it's far from it. Jotaro, this thing you believe has possessed you is actually a powerful vision created by your own life energy. This vision will always appear standing by your side. And because of that, we call it
A stand, okay. Yeah.
But if you keep this up, you'll die.
Now he's about to get serious.
He just broke the damn
For the water.
Hey, that's destruction
Smart.
of property.
Very smart.
All right, master. Don't
Now it's his
say I
turn.
warn you. What the hell? Why'd
He
you
left the
suddenly
jail
turn
cell.
your back on me? We're not done.
Mr. Joestar, he's left his jail cell. I've accomplished what you asked me to do, right?
He did leave the jail cell.
That awful jail cell.
Why are you such a naughty bitch?
Okay.
What the
How
fuck?
dare you address your own mother that way? And what kind of language is that?
Why?
And stop
Why is
smiling,
she
Holly.
just
You
taking
only
this?
encouraged
Okay.
it. How do I know? I guess I did come all the way from New York to explain it to you. But in order for you to fully understand the whole history of it, I must start from the beginning. This is part of the legacy of the Joestar family. That coffin's 100 years old, and 4 years ago it was pulled out of the Atlantic, off the coast of Africa.
Okay, so?
I did a little research. My grandfather, Jonathan Joestar, your great-grandfather,
Yep.
died while at sea.
This was part of part
Turns
one.
out this exact same coffin was on that boat
And
with
if I
him
remember
when he
correctly,
died.
Dio took over.
When they discovered it 4
Jonathan's
years
body.
ago, it was empty.
Come on, how could a human being stay buried underwater for 100 years?
Because that person is evil incarnate, and his name is Dio. And
Dio
now that he has
Brando.
been awakened from his 100-year slumber, it is our fate to fight that man. What the hell does that face mean? And don't you turn your back on me like this has nothing to do with you!
Look, you old man, this face means your story is so lame I don't know what to say.
What?
He is pretty old.
Man. See, the truth of it is, I myself had a rather startling revelation that prompted all of this. About a year ago, I suddenly obtained a stand of my own.
Really?
Did you say?
Gramps, what did you...
What is his stand? I know he had Hamon powers.
Did you see it? The thorns that came out of my hand? This is my stand. It can reveal faraway visions and place them on film. The only downside is I have to bust a 30,000 yen camera every time I use it.
Excuse me?
That's a weird stand.
Jotaro, Holly, have either of you ever taken the time to look carefully at the back of your necks?
What
Back
does
of the
that
neck.
mean?
You each have it, but you probably never thought much about it. A birthmark shaped like a star.
Oh, okay. Joestar, that makes sense.
I'll say it again. What the hell does all this mean?
My father died when I was young, so I asked my mother about it, and she said he had one too. It seems that everyone from the Joestar bloodline is born with this exact same birthmark.
All right. And just what the hell is gonna turn up in that photograph?
It's our destiny, a path that until now has been unknown.
Yep.
Dio, he shows up
And
in
he
all
has,
my
yep.
spirit
And he has
photos.
the star.
And look what's just above his shoulder.
Yep. That confirms that
From
he
the
took
neck of
over
this
Jonathan's
bastard
body.
on down is Jonathan Joestar, my grandfather. This son of a bitch took over his body!
Yep. God
100
damn
years
it,
ago,
Dio.
There was an incident in the Atlantic Ocean. All I know is what I've learned from my grandmother, Arena. Somehow, Dio took over the body of my grandfather and survived.
Which means he's
And this
probably
much
gonna
I
have
know
a
is
stand,
certain.
right? That makes
This
sense.
bastard is currently hiding somewhere on the globe.
Because he has his body, and the Joestar family can
It's 4
summon
years since I
stands
survived,
or
and the
Harmon.
reason-
So maybe with the mixture of like the mask,
There's some sort of invisible string that
probably like
connects you
the
all
like the
together.
mask
His
and their
rebirth
body
is also your
formed
own, awakening
the
your sleeping powers.
the stands, maybe.
Abdul, does this photograph give you any
Because
indication
earlier
to
it was
where
just
he might be
Harmon,
now?
right? But now that
No,
I guess
nothing.
Dio took
There's
over
anything
Jonathan's
to the
body,
photo at all.
it's like a mutation,
I see. I'll take a closer
which mutated
look
in the
later.
stands.
Thank you.
Well, that actually does explain a lot. There he is.
Again.
just now. A most intense feeling like someone somewhere is watching me. It is Jonathan's descendants. This body is sending out some kind of spiritual signal to his offspring. Fine. It must be my fate. But fate must be purged. It's all set. I've taken the first step.
And there he is, the man himself. So yeah, I mean, I know about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right? Like, because I've watched a lot of anime, I know about it, and I've seen like the memes, and I've seen like clips and stuff. So a lot of the stuff is gonna seem familiar, but I promise you guys, I haven't seen it. So bear that in mind, as some things will seem familiar to me, but all in all, I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely excited to see more of like the stand fights and stuff like that. I know it's gonna be over the top, I know it's gonna be crazy, but I'm here for it. So again, if you want to catch these episodes early, Patreon's the way to go, as these will be uploaded a lot faster and a lot more frequent before they go over to YouTube, and you get to see like the full-on episode with me reacting to it and things like that. But I'm excited. I'm definitely decided to take this plunge into JoJo's and see where this leads to.